Well, this one is called Wagon Wheel. It's this is the Darius Rucker version of it. So I got the capo on the 2nd fret. I think it was originally done by Old Crow Medicine Show, but this one really caught on fire, and I believe it was a collaboration in the beginning with Bob Dillon. Had some lyrics worked out, and he wanted to finish the song, and those guys grabbed a hold of it and became a monster hit. But it's a fun song. It's really a simple, easy strum thing, and the chords are G, D, E minor, C, and then G, D to C. And then it's got that easy strum. So if you get that feel going. And if you have trouble with that rhythm, so it's like if you choose to do it that way. The slow motion version. So it's G, D, E minor, C, to do the what I call the cowboy G, which is basically your third finger, your ring fingers on the 3rd fret of the B, and tuck your pinky underneath here on the 3rd fret of the high E. So instead of a regular G, we're going to do this version. Has a cool sound to it. And the other thing about this is ergonomically, it's going to work when you go to the D chord. Because all you got to do, you got that 3rd finger already on the 3rd fret. Just move your. So you see how that move works really easily. You want to make it as easy as possible when you're shifting chords, especially when you're just getting going. So there's the G, there's the D. And then E minor, I would recommend doing the 2nd finger on the 2nd fret, 3rd finger or ring finger tucked under on the D string. And again, it makes it a little easier when you finally get to that C chord. All you got to do is move the 3rd finger to the 3rd fret. And 2nd finger, 2nd fret on the D, open G, 1st finger on the 1st fret of the B, and open E. We get our whole C chord. And by the way, I'm naming the chords according to where we are because we're capoed, okay? So I'm not gonna. So yeah, once again, it's G, D, and there's your E minor, and a C, and then it goes G, D, to C. Skips the E minor there. So that's basically the whole song. There is a couple breaks and stuff, but I did wanted to show you, I wanted to play through it a couple of times and show you what I do to maybe spice up the interior melodies a little. So I'm just gonna make stuff up as I go, but to show you that would be just, I'll do the G just straight, and then when I go to a D, and I wouldn't do this every time, why not open that D up a little bit, so you're just lifting up your 2nd finger and letting that high E ring out. Kind of a cool, I call them interior melodies, you know. And then the E minor I'd leave alone. But on the C, I'll sometimes do a little hammer-on on the D string. So I'm hammering on with my 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the D. that before. I don't know, I think it sounds pretty cool. So what that does is it basically adds a little bit of variation to the thing. So once again, I'm going to play through that. I'm going to try it real slow first and see if this works. Catch that? Straight G, and then open that G up. Jim and Gwen move. And then just a straight. That shows in context. It's a and here, if you want to get to the last C, you can use that same move again. Those little hammer-ons, you know, they add a lot to the flavor of a rhythm. I sometimes call it connective tissue because often those chords will, you can go from one chord to another and it will like give you a little lead into it, like a. Or you could even do it as a solo, you know, like you're in a solo part, but you don't want to go all the way. Which is fine, but maybe it's just one guitar. You want to make the solo a little different than the verse or the chorus, so you might do something like. So I'm going pretty deep into it now, but you get the point. You know, you can use those hammer-ons, you can pull off and hammer-ons. Work really well, and the key, and when you're in the G position, it's so great because you can get all that. So I'd love for you to get comfortable with playing a chord and then adding little hammer-ons as you can. It's very, very kind of, I guess, Americana, country, whatever. It's a great song. It's an easy strum, and it's a fun song to play if you got a couple of guitars around or whatever's around and you want to sing along. Yeah, it's fun. It gets everybody, you know, singing that big chorus along with you, which is great. And it's got that breakdown. Johnson City, Tennessee. Yeah, and I hope you enjoyed that. And hit me up at jimmydillon.com if you got any questions or you know, requests or anything like that, comments. I love to get feedback because that's how I learn from you guys. Just want to let you know I really enjoy doing this, and I just love putting up stuff, and if I get a little response, it tickles me because it makes my work more fun. All right, we'll see you down the road.